You love cats, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Can you remind me the name of the cats? I don't remember.
Yes, it's
I think
Susie
I
and
remember one,
Nina.
Susie. Yeah,
Yeah.
Susie. I remember. Yeah, and Nina. All right. So
Nina.
what about you, Junior? Please.
Well, I am not at all like a known person around here. Don't think you guys know me. So I'm Junior. I'm 21 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never met this guy
Never,
before.
never
Junior,
seen
Junior
Junior.
Rufino.
He's a stranger. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm strange for you.
Well,
I
I'm
think
Junior.
I think we have a little bit of history. Yeah, we have a little bit of history.
All the way back to 2020. Yeah.
There are some flashbacks coming to my mind.
A few happy hours.
A few happy hours together. All right.
Exactly. But that's pretty much it. I'm Junior. I'm 21. I live near Atlanta, São Paulo. I came here for college, but I come originally from Minas, which is not the best place ever to find a job and study. So I came all the way here to São Paulo. Currently studying computer engineering, trying to change my course to publicity because I've been working with marketing for the past 2 years. That's pretty much about it. I don't have cats. I would like to have one though, but my landlord doesn't allow me. He's in the rent contract.
And you are a great content creator too.
I try.
Yeah, you are excellent. Your videos are very, very funny. So that's that. Oh, nice to meet you, Junior.
Thank
And
you.
nice to
Nice
meet
to
you
meet you.
again, Larissa.
Nice to meet you as well, Lisa.
So before we start, let me just remind you some rules for you and for the people on YouTube. So let me just open here. Let me try to find. I think I can't find the paper, but all right. Let me do that without presentation. So first of all, Talk and Talk is a platform where you can learn English through real life conversations. So here you can talk in order to learn how to speak. So you talk first. Here you practice with real life conversation. It's the better way to learn English because you learn while you give your opinion about something, while you give your ideas, you share your ideas, your thoughts. So this is our way of thinking, you know, the way we think about language learning is that you learn through the process of speaking, of outputting. When you output, you learn more than when you just do the passive movement of watching a class or watching a video or something like that. You learn more when you try to put things out of your mind. Don't forget that we don't correct anyone here on Talk and Talk, especially here in the in immersions, and that's that. So let's start. Today we're going to talk about aging, getting older. So we have 10 questions to answer. I am Yuri Reis. I'm from Salvador, Bahia. I am an English teacher. I live in Salvador since I was born. I am 30 years old, almost 31. In February 22nd, I'm gonna turn 20, no, 30. I'm confusing my age. So I'm gonna turn 32. Yeah, 31 years old. And that's it. I think my memory is not so good. Yeah, you can
You
notice
are
that.
the older here.
Yeah, I'm the older. Yeah, I'm the oldest man here. Junior is, how old is Junior? I don't remember. He said
I'm 21. But the thing
21.
is, when you forget in case of emergency, I always say 19. I had a friend, she was like turning 52. She always, every time I ask her, oh, what's your age? She would say 19. I think she's close to 60 nowadays, and she still says she's 19.
19, you're all right. So I'm gonna say that 19, it's better. And Ladi is
25.
25. Very
Yeah.
young guys, very young guys. I would like to be 25 again. All right. So I'm telling you, like, if I'm old, but yeah, I think 30 is not too old, not too young. It's in the middle. Yeah. All right. So what are some of the benefits of getting older? Ladi, what are some of the benefits of getting older? Can you think about some?
I would say the knowledge, because I don't know, maybe now at 25, I have more knowledge about not just work, but just life. Now I think I have more idea that how life's working, and I don't know, I'm another version of me. I don't know. It's
So experience,
yeah.
knowledge, experience. Yeah, I think there's this common opinion that older people are wiser people, you know. So yeah, I don't know if I agree 100%, because we have older people that are not so
Yeah.
wise. Yeah, but yeah, very good. Like your ideas. Junior, what about you? What are some of the benefits of getting older? What do you think?
I brought you guys to the kitchen because I'm doing dinner. But
Wow.
first benefit about getting older is not paying the bus ticket. That's good.
Very good. It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's my dream.
It's 5 highs here, so yeah, it's a good one.
So
Which is
expensive.
expensive. Yes.
Yes,
And
5.
think about it. Maybe in 30 years or something, you don't have to pay the bus ticket anymore. That's great.
Yeah. It's mine. This bus is mine, you know. So
when
I
the
don't
bus
think
ticket gets to 30 reais.
it's not so far.
Exactly. But no, I really think like some benefits of getting older is I am a 2-meter person. I have my beard since I was 18. But anytime I go into a group of people and I say I'm 21, they're like, "Oh, you're such a baby." And I guess like when you get older, you get the people tend to take you more seriously. I'm not the kind of person who comes to a room and people are like, "Oh my God." So I'm really waiting to be able to say I'm 35, and then people will have no option but to respect me.
Yeah, it works. It works. Yeah, now I'm 30. I think when I was 20, I think I had more difficulty to sell, you know, things. So I think today when I go into some company and I say, yeah, my name is Yuri, I'm here to talk about, you know, maybe classes, English classes, for example. I think it's easier.
Yes, exactly. And for everything, I think people, when they see age as a factor of experience and knowledge and wisdom, I see that too. I understand when people think I'm a baby for only being 21, even though it gets me kind of annoyed. I agree, I'm a baby still. I've got a lot to learn. So I think that's the main benefit of getting older. You get experience, you get knowledge, you get wisdom. I mean, not all the time. Some people just get the experience, they don't get the knowledge or the wisdom. Uh, but I think that's like the main thing. You get to see things, you get to live things. I miss being 18 because I had a lot more energy, but I don't miss being 18 because my junior at 18 was emotionally speaking very miserable. So nowadays I've been through a lot. I've learned a lot.
Man. Yeah, very bad moment in your life. So yeah, I think I agree with you all, and I think especially with the about the bus ticket, you know, of course. But I think other two things I can think of is time, that it's not for everyone, but time. You know, my grandmother, she's not rich, but she has more time, you know, to do the things she likes to do. So she has
Free
more time.
time.
Yeah, she has free time to do a lot of things, and she's not in a rush anymore, you know, like we are. We all are in a rush every day, running, you know, running after something, you know. So she's not doing that anymore. She doesn't care, you know. She's just living. And I think this is interesting, and I think patience. I don't know if it's general, but the older guys I know, they have a lot of patience, you know, and I think they developed the patience through a long time. So I think it's a benefit. Is aging more difficult for men or women? Why? What do you think, Junior?
I think it really depends on the person, but I would say women because society puts a lot of pressure in them. Men are have the benefit of being kids until like 30. If you're 30 and you're still childishly, it's all right. If you're a man, if you're a woman, not so much. And there's also like I forgot the word. Pressure for appearance and other stuff when you're women. So I think for them it's a lot harder, not biologically speaking, but society pressure speaking. I think it's worse.
All right. What about you, Ladi? What do you think?
Um, Human, of course, I think it's more difficult because I think we um, feel more pressure for the society. And you know, if you have gray hair, it's okay for you, it's beautiful. But if I have a gray hair, it's so ugly and disgusting, you know. And I think for us, we all the time we need to run after the time, you know. Our biological time, like Junior said. And I don't know, I think it's more difficult for us.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah. You can tell me, please.
no, just like she's right. It's like a double standard. If a man gets a gray hair, oh, it's so charming. If a woman gets a gray hair, oh no, that's ugly. You should paint it. It's like
Yeah.
makes no sense.
Yeah. I see
Yeah.
that happening. I see that happening. I don't know exactly what when I see my the people in my life, the guys in my life, I saw more the men dying first. This is what happens in my family, you know. So I don't have my grandfathers, for example. So because of this, I don't think that it's more difficult for men, but I think the men I have as example, they died very, very young. And my grandmothers, they are all alive. They are okay. So it's my experience, of course. But I see that happening, as Larissa and you, Junior, said, every time. So, for example, for women, when they get older, I think they have a pressure for beauty, you know, being beauty, staying beauty, and no, you are ugly or things like that. If they get older, they have to, I don't know. I don't understand that, but I know that happens a lot. And for men, it's different. I don't know, biologically speaking, I don't know exactly what happens, but that's, yeah, that's that. I don't know in general, you know.
Yeah,
All right.
I think men in general don't care about your health. I know it's not your case because you are diabetes type 2, I guess.
Yeah,
And
and
I know you
I'm another
care.
type of man because I was born after my grandma. My grandfather was different than me, for example. My grandfather was, so harsh
Yeah.
and hard and man, yeah, tough. And I have to work. And he was always working to pay for everything. And he died very young because of this. He was working and not caring about himself. And yeah, but I don't know what. Can you? What were you talking, Letty? What were you saying?
Oh,
Sorry.
because you said your family, your man in your family dies before the woman. I remember this, but just my point of view. I don't know if I am right.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know what's the real reason of it, but that was happened in my family. But okay, let's go. How do you? No, how? No. Do you mind being asked your? This is one interesting. Do you mind being asked your age? How long do you want to live? Two questions in one. Do you mind being asked your age, Ladi?
No, I think I'm I don't know how can I say my appearance is more young. I think I have 25, and I don't know, one time of month someone asked me if I have 28 years old. Happens all the
What?
time. Yes, yes.
28?
No, 18, 18.
18. Yeah.
18.
I would say that. What's the
Yeah,
problem with? Yeah, you look like an 18-year-old girl.
yeah. It's okay.
I think if I shave, yeah,
Yes,
it looks like 15. All right, Junior. What about? Oh, what? The second
uh,
question, Ladi. How long do you want to live?
I don't know, but I would like to live with healthy and in a good way, comfortable. So no
All right.
matter what the age, I like to live great, to live good.
No matter when. What really matters is how.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Junior? Do you mind being asked your age?
Yeah. And I'm really sad that you asked. No, just kidding.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't mind really people asking my age. I do have a problem when people base their opinion about me on my age.
Yeah.
So, for example, if I know you're asking my age just because you're curious about it or because it's an important factor of who we are, everybody wants to know each other's age, it's so you know what the person has been through, the experiences they probably have already had, so you can start conversation and everything. It's normal to want to know another person's age. Now, when a person asks your age and you say, "Oh, I'm 20, I'm 25, I'm 21, I'm 30 something," and the person already likes, "Oh," and you see on the face of the person just built their entire opinion about you based on your age.
Hmm.
I'm not a big fan of that.
21?
Anyone? Come on. You know
Yeah.
nothing about it.
Like that is bad. Really bad. I hate that.
So I'm not a big fan of it. But what Larissa said that wasn't, actually true happens to me. Very often people say, I don't know if it's because of the beard, just because I'm very tall, but people usually say, "Oh no, you're 25, 26. I've gotten a 20 weight once. My student thought I was 28. We studied for a year together and she had no idea of my age. Then one day she's like, "Teacher, what's your age? I don't know. I'm like, what? How old do you think I am? She's like, I think you're 28. I'm like, 28? I was 20 at the time. I wasn't even 21. I was 20. It was like
beard and height. You are tall.
she had never seen me in real life. She had only seen me through camera.
Oh,
yeah.
so it's only the beard. Yeah. All right. And how long do you want to live?
As long as I can live well.
Oh, perfect answer.
If I get to 60 and I say, okay, my life from now on is going to be hard. No. So as long as I can live well, sure.
Yeah, great answer. Great answer. I love that. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind being asked my age. I don't have a problem with aging. Actually, I'm very curious about my next 10 years or 20 years, 30 years. I don't know. I don't want to get sick, of course. I don't want to get sick, but I want to live my 40s, my 50s, my 60s. I think every decade has something interesting for us, you know. And I think what's really bad in life is when you argue with the current moment, you know. And I don't want to be in my 30s, and I'm in my 30s, so I think it's worse. I think, of course, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't mind. And I would like to live as long as I keep health. And I think it's the same as Junior said. I think I don't want to get I've learned a new word these days, and this is the word I can use here: bedridden. I don't want to get bedridden, you know, means in bed because I'm sick or something like that. I don't want to be like that. So if I'm healthy, yeah, let's do that. 100 years, 110. Okay, I'm here. All right. And
I just want to make a question to Larissa first, because like I sometimes don't like very much that I look older than I am. What about you, Larissa? How do you feel about looking younger than you actually are?
I think sometimes people don't respect me about an architect, you know, but I think I need to prove my knowledge, I forgot the word. I forgot even in Portuguese. But I think people don't respect me sometimes. It happens. I need to deal with this situation, unfortunately.
yeah, it's bad. Yeah, when it happens, when you have to prove sometimes it's motivating, you know, but yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. Who is the oldest person you know? How is their view of the world different than yours? The second question is a little bit more complex. So who's the oldest person you know, Larissa?
I think the oldest person that I know, I think it's a neighbor. She passed away at 101 or 2.
Wow, never met a person.
Yes. And she was healthy, but she doesn't listen very well, so we didn't talk about the life, you know. But she was a great woman, a funny woman, and that's it, I think.
And You have never talked about life and things like that with
Not more than 5 minutes.
all right. All right. What about you, Junior?
The oldest person I know, I have no idea who it is. I think right now the oldest person I have contact to is the father of my friends. He is 80. I think he just turned 80. I don't think I know anybody older than him. His view of the world, jeez, he is how can I say that in English? He's a white man from the 60s. So like he's got all that father of family and needs to work all the time and needs to provide for the family and wants to give the final words to everything, kind of word of view. So we don't really get along much. I've lived with him for a while. We didn't talk too much because he's always had this word of this view of the world that's like very manly centered, and he used to get along more with my brother because my brother's like cars, soccer, this kind of stuff. So we didn't talk much about things, but he was usually like that.
All right. All right. The oldest person I know is my grandma, I think. Yeah. Yeah. My grandma. She's 70 something. I don't remember. But maybe 70 something, 74, 76. And about her world view. Yeah, I think she's a little bit more, how can I say that? She's not so flexible in life. Yes, she's a little bit more I don't know how to explain. It's weird for me because she's not flexible with nothing, but nowadays she's having more patience than she used to have when I was young, so when I was a kid. Now I think she sees the world with more, she's more open to things. So yeah, I think it's that. We don't talk a lot. We talk when she comes and when she visits me. I make coffee and we drink some coffee together because she loves my coffee, and I bake bread, for us, and she loved that. And we have just basic conversation, nothing about life, but sometimes we talk about plants and cheese, things she loves doing. That's that. How are older people viewed in your country? What do you think? This is an interesting question because, yeah, we used to see old guys in individual way, but we have a cultural way, the way that everybody sees maybe. What do you think, Junior?
It's funny because in Brazil we have like kinds of old people. We have the old ladies who are always on the street talking about the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We have the old guys who always seem to be drunk. I don't know how.
Yeah,
Like they have a schedule. True. Like
that,
oh my God, I'm
thought.
almost sober. I have to drink again.
That's true. I think I have two here in my neighborhood.
I don't know. I think the world, the view of Brazilians about older people right now is changing, I would say. Back in the day, we had all this culture of whenever you would go to your grandpa's or grandma's house or to any person who was older and was like a friend of the family, you have to ask for the blessing. You would have to, do some other kinds of stuff. There was a sign of respect back then.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's kind of changing. I still think we have the worldview that older people are wiser, but I don't think it was like back in the day that the oldest you get, you would get more control over the family or this kind of stuff. I think this culture is kind of losing itself nowadays. I think young people are having more voice in the family and this kind of stuff. Old people are still respected as, you know, the wisest or more experienced person in the family. But I don't think it's still like that way of like, no, you have to listen to your grandparents and whatever they say, and whatever they say is the rule, you know.
Very good. All right. What about you, Lottie? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Junior. I think now I am more free to don't talk about with uncle or what else, some people with my family, because I think people, I don't know that, I don't know. But I think I have more voice now, and I can oh my God, I forgot.
Don't worry, don't worry.
I can, I don't know how can I say, impose my limits, you know, with my
I
family,
understand.
with older people.
All right. Yeah, it's interesting. I agree with you all, both of you, both of your ideas. Yeah, I think here in Brazil we have those. We use it to have those kind of asking for, the blessing and things like that, and I like that. I think it's interesting. I don't like I didn't like when I was young. I didn't like to do that with every old people because I didn't like every old people I met. So yeah, it's a sign of respect, but I don't respect this old guy. He's an old guy that I don't like. So why do I have to ask for blessing him if I don't like him? So this was my idea when I was young, when I was a kid, and I was a very, very, a very, how can I say that, problematic? No, it's not problematic. I was a very crazy kid, so I used it to do that. What? I'm not gonna ask for a blessing. I don't know him. I don't know him. I'm not gonna do that. So, but yeah, I think it's a sign of respect, and I think it's important in family. And I think nowadays we don't have that. And but I still think in Brazil we used to see old guys as cute sometimes, as, oh, they are so cute. They are old guys. They are amazing, and we like them. But we think they don't have to do things. They don't have to live, because when we see, I'm not talking about me only, but when I see people talking about old guys, when we see old guys walking on the street and doing things, and I see a lot of people saying, what is this old man or is this old woman doing this time of the day on the street? Why? So, and I see, yeah, what's the problem? What's the matter? So yeah, that's my opinion. Let's check
Yeah.
this question.
In my case, I had to kiss the hand of someone older, and I didn't like to do this. And am I disrespectful if I didn't like to do this? I think I'm not.
No, it's like the Pope, you know, when the people have to kiss the Pope's hand.
Yeah.
I kiss the hand of my grandma only, and not, I've never, if I'm being forced, maybe something bad would happen, because yeah, I didn't like that too. It's weird, yeah. So a kid, you just kiss the hand of the other guy.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's not disrespectful. And I actually think it's kind of a little gross to kiss people's hands. Like, you never know, especially usually when people get older, they start sometimes, I don't know, some people don't take so good care about their hygiene anymore. So my grandpa, he rarely showered. I would never kiss his hand if I had, not even if you clean, you know.
No, my grandma I kiss. My grandma I kiss, and I do that without thinking. You know, it's automatic because I use it to do that, and this is a sign of respect between us. So I do that every time I see her. I kiss her hand, and she kisses mine. It's something that I don't think it's, I don't know, I don't think about anything wrong, but it's because it's our relationship, you know, it's very intimate. So I would never do that, and I would never force my kids to do that, you know, especially in a person that we don't know. So it's very, very bad thing, I think. How well do you relate to people who are 5 years younger than you? How about 10 years younger? So here is Junior Rufino to express that. I will answer my question with you, Junior. Junior, what do you think? How well do you relate to people who are 5 years younger than you? I think you have more problems with that than me.
Actually,
10 years, 8 years old. Yeah, no, you are 20 now.
There is this restaurant, this burger place here next to my house, and I usually go there like at least once a week because I love ice cream, and it's the closest place to my house where there is ice cream. And the guy who has the place, he's always hiring young people. So the last the last 5 people he hired were all like around 15 to 16. And I got along very well with all of them. I get along very well with people like in their 15s, 16s. I don't know why. I think they look at me, they see a teacher. They say, you know, the teenagers love teachers. They love talking to teachers. I don't know why. That's probably it. But people 5 years younger, I relate to very well. 10 years younger, no. I'm kind of an old person already. I don't like kids very young, and they don't like me either. So that's pretty much it. I don't know. They act different. For me, it's weird to think that a person who is 10 years younger is a person who was born in 2011. How can a person be born in 2011? It's weird.
Weird. Weird. Very weird. 2011, but man, very weird. For me, it's the same. What about you, Laddie? What do you think? How well do you relate to people who are 5 years younger and than you, or 10 years?
I don't like millennials. I am Gen Z. I
Be
don't know.
careful.
You don't like millennials? Why don't like millennials? You know why? The TikTok. What's your problem with millennials now? My God.
You have two millennials at home.
Yeah, I have a lot of problems with that. I have a lot of problems with that. It's very hard.
Yeah, but I would say to enjoy the life, you know. I miss the time when I didn't pay the bills. I miss this time.
Oh gosh, the better thing about being young. Man, I
Yes,
missed you. All
yes.
right.
Maybe enjoy more the present. Of course, you need to care about your future, but live the life, you know, and enjoy the moment.
Perfect. Perfect. Very good advice to the young people. I think I have a good relationship with people who are 5 and 10 years younger because I'm 30, you know. When you are 30 years old, the difference of age is a little bit less important, or I don't know, less intense, I think. For example, 10 years for junior, it's a lot of time because, you know, but I can make business with a 10 years younger man or a 10 years younger woman, you know. I can make business. I can have a relationship with, yeah, I can have a relationship. No, I'm 30, a person would be 20. So yeah, so I think it's different. I can is half of my life. Yes, yes, it's half of your life. Yeah. So I think I have a good relationship, and I have a great relationship with kids, but too, you know, but I think I don't like a lot to have deep conversations with 10 years old guys, you know. So I think they are a little bit weird too. So I have some of them at home. All right, guys. So we have 7 minutes. I think we can answer another question. Let me see. Let me please help me out here. Which one of those, the last questions, do you want to answer, Junior, to finish? So we have 7, 8, 10, 8, 9, and 10.
I'm a terrible chooser. Larissa, please.
Larissa, please, your turn. 7, 8, 9, or 10?
The last one.
10? Or do you have any examples of? Do you agree that you can never be too old to start something new? It's very interesting.
Too old to start something new? No. I think the most part of the people have some prejudice about start something new at 30s, at 40s or more, you know. But I think it's okay, it's normal to do this, especially in nowadays. I think it's normal. And I have an example. I remember when I listened one episode of the podcast, and Monica Martelli, she said that she gets famous at 40s, and the most part of people said to her she was too old to be famous, but she did this, and you know,
all right,
you can do this if you have more than 20 or 30.
Yes, all right, I'm happy to hear that. So Junior, what about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think there's too old to do something. I think you're only too late to start something after you're dead, you know. And for those who believe in afterlife, it's not too late.
Yeah.
So I don't think so. I don't think you're ever too old to start something new. Of course, once you get to a certain age, you might not have the abilities necessary sometimes to do something anymore, because, you know, it's kind of difficult to lift a car once you're 80. But you can still try, you know. Nobody can ever stop you from trying. So no, it's not. Now, any examples of someone who started something too old? I don't know. I can't remember any right now.
All right. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's, yeah, I think we need to have the foots on the ground. Yeah, of course. Sometimes it's, for example, maybe we can have some physical limitations, you know, to do some kind of stuff. Maybe we have to be aware of that.
Energy.
Yeah, maybe energy, or Yeah, or maybe something like physical, really, you know, a problem in, you know,
Yeah.
some maybe something that gives you a limit. But it's not, what's not true is that I get older and nothing is possible to me. This is not true. So you get older, but there are a lot of options, a lot of things, a lot of ways where you can, you know, maybe do something for you, or do something for others, or do something that you really want to do. I think the will is a combination, you know, of what is possible for me and what I really want to do. Because sometimes we want to do something and we don't really want to do. All right, so guys, I have to say now we are at the end of the conversation. I want to thank you all for being here. You, Junior, you, Larissa, you are awesome. Junior, I miss you. You are an excellent guy, and I love talking to you. I remember those times when we were in happy hour.
When we will be talking about
the
heartbroken
survivors.
stories in the morning.
Yeah, the survivors. It was excellent. And that's that. I want to ask you to click on the link below and please give your opinion, your suggestions, talk about what you think we can bring, a topic, a subject we can bring in the next immersions. And that's that. See you in the next immersion. So bye-bye.
Bye,
Yeah,
guys.
guys. Bye.
See you guys.